Say done. Come on. So what is the tax rate for partnership firms? 30%. Surcharge? 12%. Total income is more than 1 crore. Now I will ask you one question. Partnership firm LLP, what is the difference, my dear friends? Give me an answer as a CA interest student, not as a foundation student. Okay? दोनों में फर्क क्या है? अरे बाप रे, फर्म के LLP फर्क नहीं पता बेटा? है कुछ फर्क तो है? हाँ, क्या फर्क है? वाव, फर्म नेचुरल जुडिशियल पर्सन, तो क्या फर्क है? अरे बाप रे, किसमें? भैया तूने उल्टा बोल दिया भैया. In case of partnership firm, the liability is joint and several. All the partners are jointly and severally liable. In case of partnership firm, but when it comes to LLP, liability is only to the extent of the capital, something like a company. LLP is a blend of partnership firm and company. That's why we brought that concept called limited liability partnership. You're getting my point, everybody? That is the reason why we call it as limited liability partnership. Done? Let's next proceed. Chalo beta, next. Let me talk about something called cooperative society. Any idea of the tax rate for cooperative society? Up to 10,000, straight away the tax rate is 10%. 10,000 to 20,000, 20%. About 20,000, then the tax rate is 30%. And surcharge, if total income is more than 1 crore, does not exceed 10 crores, 7%. And if total income is more than 10 crores, we will charge at the rate of 12%. कितना ज्यादा मतलब? अच्छा, मतलब टैक्स रेट बेसिक लिमिट कम क्यों है पूछ रहे क्या आप? द लॉजिक इतना है, कॉर्पोरेट सोसाइटी पैसे कमाता ही नहीं है, जितना थोड़ा बहुत कमाते हैं हम बोल रहे हैं उसको टैक्स पे करो. फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल इट्स अ कोऑपरेटिव सोसाइटी which is formed as per Corporate Societies Act. Something like housing cooperative society, they basically get very less profit, and on that profit if you sell 2.5 lakhs, tax is zero. Government will not get single rupee tax also. Okay, let me ask you one straight question to you out of income tax. Why do you think for Manipur, Mizoram, Nagaland, Tripura, limit is 10 lakh but not 20 lakhs for registration? Simple. और मणिपुर, मिजोरम, नागालैंड, त्रिपुरा बहुत अंडरडेवलप्ड स्टेट्स है. उधर अगर 20 लाख 40 लाख का लिमिट लगाएंगे, गवर्नमेंट को 1 रुपए पैसा नहीं आता है. That is the way they kept in section 22, they kept the limit as 10 lakhs for Manipur, Mizoram, Nagaland, Tripura because government want revenue. Same logic for corporate society, if you keep higher limit, government के पास कुछ भी revenue आता नहीं है. I am sure you are satisfied now. Done. Wonderful. हाँ. Done. Can I proceed? देखेंगे बाद में, उसके बाद में बात करेंगे, पहले ये खत्म करेंगे. Sir, can I proceed, my dear friends? चलो, that is the story of what, my dear friends? Cooperative societies. Clear, everyone? Done. Now see here. Companies. When I talk about companies, come on, my dear friends, what happens in companies? What are the two types of companies, sir? Domestic and domestic का meaning क्या है बेटा? Which is formed in India. Control मत बोल, वो सब that is only for resident, non-resident. Domestic company मतलब which is incorporated in India as per Companies Act 2013 or under any other earlier law. I am sure wherever you have taken law coaching, this is the first dialogue what you heard from any faculty. कोई भी faculty first dialogue यही बोलते हैं. Foreign company incorporated outside India, and in foreign more you find the names like INC, X Inc, Y Inc. INC मतलब incorporated. They don't use the word limited, private limited and all. Unlike in India. In India only we have that crazy concept called private company, public company, listed company, unlisted company. Clear? Done. Next. Domestic company. First of all, what do you think is the tax rate for domestic company? भैया आप सबसे पहले मुझे एक बात बताओ, we are talking about which assessment here? अपन कौन सा असेसमेंट ईयर की बात कर रहे हैं? 22, 23. दोस्त मैंने असेसमेंट ईयर पूछा है, आप प्रीवियस ईयर की बात कर रहे हैं आप. असेसमेंट 22, 23 फॉर नवंबर 22 एग्जाम नो. यार प्लीज यार, अगर आपका कोई जूनियर से जो मई अगस्त नेक्स्ट में एग्जाम के लिए पढ़ रहे, जो अगस्त बैच अभी कोचिंग ले रहे, उनका आप किताब रिफर मत करो, बिकॉज दे आर स्टडिंग फाइनेंस एक्ट 22 and you are studying finance act 21, and for you assessment is 22, 23. Correct, my dear friends? Now listen carefully. Domestic company, my dear friends, just listen. Important concept, ध्यान से सुनो. Domestic company tax rate is generally 30%. Don't write, just 1 second, listen. Generally tax rate कितना बेटा? 30%. But if turnover, भैया total income नहीं है, टर्नओवर में इनकम में फर्क है ना यार. इनकम इज आफ्टर ऑल एक्सपेंसेस, टर्नओवर इज योर ग्रॉस. इफ टर्नओवर ड्यूरिंग प्रीवियस ईयर 1920 does not exceed 400 crores, then the tax rate for assessment year 22-23 is 25%. समझ रहे आप ये बात? Sir, to check the tax rate for assessment year 22-23, we are not seeing previous year 21-22. We are seeing previous year 19-20. आपको याद रखना पड़ेगा ये चीज. Good. I'm so happy somebody asked why. आधे से ज्यादा लोग सीधा हमने हमारा फैकल्टी पढ़ाए, हम यही सीखे. क्यों सीखे? कुछ कहानी नहीं मालूम. Listen, what is that, madam? What was the base year? नहीं यार, इसके पीछे बड़ा लॉजिक है. No stories. That is all only thought process what you carry. No, that is not the answer. Let me tell you what happened actually. This story started in assessment year 17-18. In assessment year 17-18, they told if turnover during previous year 14-15 does not exceed 400 crores, we will charge tax at the rate of 25%. You might ask now, why did they take 14-15 as a base? Because let me tell you the reason. BJP came into power in 2014. Prior to 2014 in India, we had Congress in power. For the first time, BJP NDA party came into power in 2014. That is when Arun Jaitley was a finance minister at that point of time. Arun Jaitley पता है ना? भैया अभी तो है नहीं, but one of the finest finance minister India has seen. Of course, India's best finance minister is Manmohan Singh, that is for sure. उनके बाद ही कोई है. Pranab Mukherjee, Arun Jaitley, everybody is after him only. The best finance minister India has seen is Manmohan Singh. Today we are talking about GST, it's because of him. Because service tax he only brought in 1984. There is a clear logic for this. Now the point here is that they have taken 2014 as a base because that is when BJP came into power. And they continued this trend. Now you see the trend. Assessment year 18-19, they took 15-16 as a base. 19-20, they took 16-17 as a base. 20-21, they took 17-18 as a base. 21-22, they took 18-19 as a base. And we are in 22-23, for them 19-20 is a base. If you want, you check with your juniors. In their book you will find 20-21, assessment year 23-24. But for us this is relevant. That's the logic for this. Dost, again answer why? Glad that you at least asked why. So clear everybody? All of us, iska pitne acha kahani hua hai. That is the logic of how it has started and how it went like that. I hope you are clear everybody? बेटा समझ में आया ना? Can I proceed? Come on. What are the two types of company? Domestic and foreign. चलो बेटा बोलो domestic company का क्या सीन है? Generally what rate? 30%. But if turnover during previous year 19-20 does not exceed 400 crores, then क्या rate है बेटा? 25%. Income is different. Okay, my dear friends, please get that point very clearly. Clear? See, I have one client. I have a client in Hyderabad whose turnover is almost close to about 120 crores. I feel so happy whenever I sign his balance sheet and I see the turnover figure. Profit figure देखो तो लगता है मुझे क्या कचरा है ये. His profit percentage is 0.6%, which is about 72 lakhs. Calculate कर लो आप चाहिए तो. It is about 72 lakh. जब मैं टर्नओवर देखता हूँ मुझे लगता है अरे यार 120 करोड़ टर्नओवर है. Profit is 72 lakh. Trading of electrical items. Gross margin is almost about 10 to 12%, but after all expenses he makes only 0.6%. The reason for that is he is doing a cutthroat trading. Cutthroat trading मतलब basically if market में कोई बोलता है 10% डिस्काउंट देगा, ये बंदा बोलता है मैं 15% डिस्काउंट दे ले लो. उसका मार्जिन 16% है, वो 15 डिस्काउंट देते हैं. he is happy with that 1% also because he want to disrupt the market. उसको डिसरप्ट करना है मार्केट को, उसको नेट प्रॉफिट से लेना देना नहीं है, उसको इतना है कि मैं टर्नओवर बढ़ना है बस, बढ़ाओ बढ़ाओ बढ़ाओ. और एक क्लाइंट है जिसका टर्नओवर 10 करोड़ है, उसका प्रॉफिट 2 करोड़ है. बोलो ये बेटर है वो बेटर है? कौन सा बेटर है? 10 करोड़ वाला बेटर है ना यार, 20% मार्जिन में काम कर रहा है वो. यू आर गेटिंग माय पॉइंट नो? So I gave that example only to tell you and tell your brain that boss, that 400 crores is not income, it is what? Turnover. Correct my dear friends? Speak out. बेटा फॉरेन कंपनी का टैक्स रेट क्या है? Tax rate of a foreign company is 40%. Clear my dear friends? And let me tell you very clearly here, in case of domestic company they told surcharge, if total income is more than 1 crore, does not exceed 10 crores, then it is 7%. And if total income is more than 10 crores, then it is 12%. And here if I talk about surcharge, if total income is more than 1 crore, does not exceed 10 crores, 2%. And if total income is more than 10 crores, what rate sir? सरचार्ज रेट कम क्यों है इसका फॉरेन कंपनी का? ऑलरेडी टैक्स में पकड़ के मार रहे हैं उसको, और क्या करना चाहिए यार? उसको 25-30 की बात कर रहे हैं यार उधर, और इधर इसको बोल रहे भैया तू 40% पे कर, और उल्टा सरचार्ज भी ज्यादा लेंगे तो कैसा होगा यार? वो आदमी क्या बिजनेस करना है? सुसाइड लेटर लिख के मर जाना, दैट इनकम टैक्स रिस्पॉन्सिबल फॉर माय डेथ. क्लियर? चलो ले बेटा, I'll give a question, then you have to solve. Good question. If it's first year, the 1920 turnover is not available for us. So act is silent, what rate to be applied? So people generally prefer taking 25% because turnover definitely मतलब है ही नहीं तो फिर I'll go for beneficial rate. That's what people follow. And some authors say that oh है ही नहीं तो 30% पे करो. I will reverse counter that कि कहाँ पे लिखा है कि 30% पे करो. आप मुझे रिवर्स में पूछ सकते सर कहाँ पे लिखा 25% पे करो. When law is silent, what will you follow? Whatever is beneficial for you. Correct, no? And let me tell you one practical point here. Practically for companies, we file some form called ITR6 at the time of return of income. In return of income, they will basically ask, is the turnover during 1920 does not exceed 400 crores? अगर अपने को उधर yes या no select करना पड़ता है. अगर आप yes बोलेंगे तो 30% आएगा, no बोलेंगे तो 20% आएगा. आप क्या select करेंगे बेटा बोलो मुझे? No, automatically क्या rate जाएगा? Automatically what rate will come? That's the answer. So my answer is based on the practical approach. That's it. Clear? Can I proceed? Done. So I hope we are clear with all these points. So I'll ask you one question, my dear friends. Please solve this. Two questions. Question number 1. AB and Co, whose total income is 2 crore. PQR Limited, total income is 10 crore 1 lakh. Two questions. Come on, 5 minutes time. Yes, done my difference. And PQR Limited, assume turnover for 1920 is 500 crore. ठीक है बेटा, आपको चाहिए ना वो, उससे फर्क पड़ता है ना? हाँ प्लीज, assume it is 500 crore. पहले वाला हो गया क्या? क्या है आंसर बेटा पहले वाला? Are you sure? According to me, that is wrong answer. 66 lakhs, whatever you are telling, according to me, that is wrong answer. बेटा बोलो फर्स्ट वाला क्या रहेगा? टैक्स एट द व्हाट रेट? 30%. कितना है 30%? Correct? Do you agree to that? To this we'll add what? Surcharge. At what rate? 12%. 7% क्यों आएगा मेरा दोस्त? अच्छा, आप टर्नओवर मोर देन 1 करोड़ डज नॉट एक्सीड 10 करोड़ सोच के रखे क्या? सबसे पहले आपको ये मालूम पड़ना चाहिए कि एबी एंड को इज नॉट ए कंपनी, इट्स ए पार्टनरशिप फर्म. क्या आदित्य, इज एबी एंड को ए कंपनी? यू माइट आस्क सर कैसे मालूम पड़ना कंपनी है नहीं है? एवरी कंपनी विल हैव समथिंग कॉल्ड लिमिटेड और प्राइवेट लिमिटेड. If both of that limited private limited is not there, that means it is not a company. That means it becomes a partnership firm. In exam, this question came for 2 marks. Student exam में लिख के बाहर आके बोलते हैं मैंने सब कुछ लिखा है, उन्होंने मार्क्स नहीं दिया है. ठीक है, 12% कितना हुआ? 7,20,000. Total, my dear friends, 67,20,000. What do we add to this? HE say the rate of 4%. कितना बेटा 4%? नहीं 4% फिगर बोलो ना बेटा. 2,68,800. टोटल फिगर 69,88,800. That is the answer. I hope it's clear for all of you. Everybody, does the question make sense? Done. Fantastic. Then what? Second question, what did I give? PQR Limited. Is it a company? Ah, good. This question, first one clear, no? 10 crore. बोलो टैक्स का आंसर क्या है आपको? कर रहे क्या अभी? हाँ ठीक है, 2 मिनट टाइम दूंगा, सॉल्व करो. सोच के करना, उसमें कुछ कॉन्सेप्ट है जो आपको पता है ऑलरेडी. Some are telling shit. Oh, ये करना है. याद है आदित्य कुछ? क्या याद है? क्या करना है उसमें? मार्जिनल रिलीफ. गुड, सोचो, सोच के करो, बराबर बताओ मुझे आंसर. डन बेटा, बोलो क्या आंसर है आपको? अभी कर रहे हो क्या? ठीक है, कीजिए. Yes, my dear friends, done with the answer? Somebody asked me yesterday, sir, आप क्वेश्चंस दो, हम फटाफट सॉल्व कर देंगे. Done? Enough time you have taken. Tell me what is the answer you got. क्या अभी तक आंसर आया नहीं क्या? बोलो बेटा, 10 crore 1 lakh. What rate of tax will apply first of all? 30%, which will be 3 crore 30 lakhs. 3 crores 30,000, correct? No? 3 crores 30,000. बराबर है? Surcharge at what rate? 12%. Don't dare to tell 7%. 12%. कितना है? Exactly. Total कितना है? 3 crore 36 lakhs 33,600. Correct, my dear friends? Has marginal relief, is marginal relief concept anyway concerned with HEC? I already clearly told you yesterday that marginal relief concept has got only to do with surcharge, but not with HEC. Do you agree to that? That point I clearly told you, my dear friends, that marginal relief concept is concerned only and only with surcharge, but not with HEC. So other side, we should do the tax calculation and then compare, my dear friends. Compare whether extra tax is more than extra income. And if extra tax is more than extra income because of surcharge, only then marginal relief will come. And marginal relief will be extra tax minus extra income. Now what should I calculate other side? Other side I should calculate on 10 crores, not on 1 crore. If you do 1 crore and compare, that is nonsense answer. When we are talking about 10 crore 1 lakh, we have to compare with 10 crore, not with 1 crore. Clear है बेटा? चलो बोलो. What is the tax? 30 lakhs क्या है यार? क्या है यार? क्या मजाक कर रहा है यार? Tax will be 3 crores. Correct? Plus what, my dear friends? Surcharge at what rate? 7%. आएगा ना surcharge? 21 lakhs. So it is 3 crore 21 lakhs. Difference in income, if you observe, how much is that? But difference in tax, if you observe, how much is that? Exactly. So do we get marginal relief, my dear friends? How much is marginal relief? 14 lakh 33,600. Correct? Eh? Do you agree to that? Balance will be 3 crore 22 lakhs. No doubt about it. I don't want calculator also for that. Obviously, why? 3 crore 21 lakh को extra 1 lakh add हो जाएगा. We will add what? HEC कितना बेटा 4%. कितना है 4%? 12 lakh. So final figure 3 crore 34 lakhs 88,000. That is my final tax payable after considering marginal relief. I strongly believe that you like the question. Make sense, right? Yeah, 1 crore 1 lakh you can do it, but exam में surprise आता है ऐसा 10 crore 1 lakh. तब दिमाग घूमता है, कंपेयर किसके साथ करूं, 10 से करूं या 1 से करूं. Adit got the right answer? You got the right answer? अभी आया, ठीक है, कोई बात नहीं. चलो, सब क्लियर है बेटा, एवरीबॉडी? सर, all of us? पक्का? Done. In the material what I gave you, there are 2-3 questions. Just open that once. How many sources are there for income tax law, guys? What are the 5 sources? Salary. Yeah. Income Tax Act 1961, Income Tax Rules 1962, Annual Finance Act, Circulars and Notification, Judicial Pronouncements. Judicial pronouncement means rulings of High Court and Supreme Court. Beta barabar hai na? So we discuss that point. Everybody, yes or no, my dear friends? Come on, please speak out. Yes? How many sources are there for income tax law, guys? Come on. 5 sources are there for income tax law. Correct? Then, just 1 second. So friends, what is section 172? Shipping business of non-resident. Correct, my dear friends? 174. Person living in India permanently or for long time. Then next. 174. A. What is that? AOP, BOI, AJP formed for short duration or purpose. Then 175. What is that? Persons likely to transfer property to avoid tax. Then what is the next one? 176. Discontinued business. Correct, my dear friends? Chalo, what is section 27? SSC 225A. India 231. Person 234. Previous year. Section 3. Previous year. Section 4. Chargeability section. Section 87A. Rebate 112. General rate for long-term capital gain. Correct, my dear friends? 112A. Long-term capital gain on sale of equity shares or units of equity-oriented mutual fund or units of business trust through recognized stock exchange on which STT is paid. We will tax at the rate of 10%. Beta clear hai? I asked all that questions because I was opening that document and I didn't want to waste your time. Chalo. Look at the visible rates. You can open your material. Yeah, last page please. Come on guys, what is the first question? Explain the concept of what? Marginal relief under Income Tax Act. How do you put in words? ऐसा क्वेश्चन में आता है एग्जाम में, कैसा बोलेंगे आप? अब ये तो भाई बोल सकते ना मुझे, You cannot write there. I know, but I can't write. I will tell if you want. You come to my home. Huh? With examples we will tell. Yaar, come on, yaar. What is the concept of marginal relief? Marginal relief is a relief given in case where income is slightly beyond the limit of surcharge. And in case where extra tax is more than extra income, the difference is allowed as marginal relief. Correct, beta? Are we clear with that point, everybody? Friends, all of us, please reply. That is what is basically the concept of marginal relief. Next, what is second question? Explain previous year for what? Undisclosed sources of income. Tell me guys, what will be the previous year for undisclosed source of income? What is undisclosed source of income? Unexplained. Correct, no? For unexplained, what will be the answer? For unexplained, what will be the answer? What do you think is the answer? Assessment year. Year in which? Good. Year in which? कुछ तो बोल रहे थे आप. Year in which undisclosed income is recognized. Basically, it is disclosed. Friends, yes or no, my dear friends? Year in which undisclosed income is disclosed. That is regarded as the previous year for what, my dear friends? Undisclosed income. Sir, I hope you are getting my point, everybody. Yes, sir. क्या यार ये आ रहा ही नहीं यार. ठीक है. Anyways, there's some concern with that. चलो, see the third question. What is the third question? Come on. X starts what? X starts a new business. X starts a new business when? March 29, 2021. He closes down the first set of books of accounts on 31st March 22. He wants that income generated during should be chargeable to tax for assessment year 22-23. Is he legally correct? Speak out. 100% answer is no. Why? When he started a business on 29th March 2021, he must close the books of accounts on 31st March 21, not 31st March 22. Did we discuss this concept? Yes, sir. Yesterday, we wrote that point very clearly that assessment year is always 12 months, but previous year need not always be 12 months. Correct? Now we have to end immediately following 31st March. Companies Act is different. Income tax is different. Good. Question number 4. Mrs. X is a resident in India for assessment year 22-23. For previous year 21-22, her income is 15,54,810. Find out tax liability if the age is 59, age is 60. चलो बेटा करो 2 मिनट. I want the answer. $15,54,810. Just 2 minutes job. Come on, guys. 15,54,810. So what is the answer up to? 2.5 lakhs nil. 2.5 lakh to 5 lakh at the rate of what? 5%. 12,500. 5 lakh to 10 lakh at the rate of 20%, which comes to 1 lakh. Above 10 lakh at the rate of 30%. How much is above 10 lakhs? 5,54,810. That into 30%. कितना बेटा? 443. Total 2,278,943 plus HEC at the rate of 4%. How much? Just tell me that 4%. 11,158. Total 2,90,100. Rounded off as per section 288. Write this in the exam. Definitely. You'll get 2 more marks. ठीक है? If it is 60 years, what will happen? सब कुछ सेम रहेगा, 2,500 कम होगा स्टार्टिंग में. बराबर है ना? स्टार्टिंग 12,500 की जगह 10,000 रहेगा. बिकॉज अप टू 2.5 lakhs नील है यहाँ पे. एक बार सीनियर बनेंगे तो अप टू 3 lakh नील. So it makes a difference of only 2,500. That's it. Rest of the story remains the same. Clear? Can I go back? Done. Thank you. See question number 5. Compute tax liability of X Limited. मतलब क्या है? Company. Very good. Assuming total income is how much? 1 crore? 1 lakh. You have done 10 crore, 1 lakh, no? Now do 1 crore, 1 lakh. 2 minutes time. ज़्यादा टाइम नहीं लेना इस बार. पता है आपको क्या करना है. %30. When question is silent, do 30%. General rates. Is it? No? Sure? Huh? 100% sure? 99%. अरे बाप रे. 1 crore 1 lakh. टैक्स कितना आएगा बेटा? 30 lakhs 30,000. To this we'll add surcharge at what rate, my dear friends? 7%. कितना आएगा 7%? 2 lakh total. So other side, when I look at 1 crore, what is the tax? Just 30 lakh. Difference कितना है दोनों के इनकम में? दोनों के इनकम में टैक्स कितना है बेटा? 1 lakh. दोनों के टैक्स में फर्क कितना है? 2,42,100. So I'll reduce marginal relief 1,42,100. My figure becomes 31 lakhs. To this I will add HEC at the rate of 4%. How much is that? 1 lakh? 32 lakhs? Wonderful. Seem to be very happy. Good. Finally achieved. 32 lakh 24,000. I think after all these questions, we are very clear with tax calculation and marginal relief, right? I don't think there is any concern anyway. Good. Fair enough. Perfect. Super. बाद में मालूम पड़ेगा एग्जाम के बाद. So are we clear with this, everybody? Can I proceed? Chalo, I have 1-2 more questions there. Next question number 6. See the interesting question, no? Write a short note on income accruing and income due. I have a question to you. Accrue में due में फर्क क्या है? कुछ तो फर्क होगा? हाँ, क्या फर्क है? Accrue में due में फर्क क्या है? What is the meaning of this word called accrue and the meaning of the word called due? What is the difference? Do you think there is no difference? Ah. Ah. Good, perfect answer, but I'll put it in proper legal terms. Correct answer, I'm convinced, but technically what we say is accrue means right to receive. Right to receive. But due means right to enforce the payment. Class के example, salary is accrued on a daily basis, but it is due only at the end of the month. And as rightly said by our friend, interest also will accrue on a daily basis, but it is due periodically only. For example, put a FD, quarterly they might credit interest to your account. But the interest, they might credit the interest to your account, but it's accruing on a daily basis. Clear my difference? One time came in exam for 2 marks. What is the answer? Accrue means right to receive. Due means right to enforce the payment. लिख लो ना एक बार. Accrue means right to receive. उधर ही लिख लो material में या notes में कहीं पे भी. Accrue means right to receive. Accrue means right to receive. Accrue means right to receive, and due means right to enforce the payment. Accrue means right to receive and due means right to enforce the payment. And see further part what they are asking the question. Can an income which has been taxed on accrual basis be assessed again on receipt basis? अभी receipt क्या नया word है? What is accrual system, receipt system? Technically called as mercantile system and cash system. फर्क क्या है दोनों में? Cash basis will account only what is paid and only what is paid and only what is received. But mercantile will account what is payable, what is receivable. Which one do you think is correct? Both are correct. Choice is yours. And income tax PGBP says you can follow whichever you want. But practically we follow mercantile system because Companies Act says follow mercantile. And we follow mercantile only for a simple reason, because it presents a proper true and fair view of the financial statements. सुने ये word true and fair view? बहुत जगह पर सुने होंगे auditing में. Anyways, coming back to the whole story, that we follow mercantile system because we properly account payable, receivable, excess paid will show prepaid, short paid will show outstanding, present the financial statements in a better fashion. Correct? But the point what I want to answer now to you is, if an income is taxed on accrual basis, it cannot be taxed again on. That's a basic common sense only for that matter. ठीक है ना? Last question. See that. Who is an? बोलो. Assessee means any person liable to pay tax and includes every person in respect of whom proceedings have been taken up for assessment of income or loss, or any other person in respect of which he is assessable. याद है ना बेटा? Who is deemed assessee? Who is not an assessee but deemed to be an assessee. Example, agent of non-resident. Last वाला क्या है बेटा? Assessee in default. 3 points पढ़ा मैं आपको. Person who has not done TDS. Person who has done TDS but not paid to government. Third one, person who failed to pay advance tax or tax. These are the 3 cases in assessee in default. Something like a Bharat Ratna title. Assessee in default. Clear beta? That's the end of story, my dear friends. Thank you. That is about topic number 1, introduction, basic concepts. High probability question will come in the exam. Generally from the tax rate, or it could be a question from any corporate society, or it could be marginal relief, or they might go crazy and ask you exceptions to section 4. Correct, no? Yes, shipping business of non-resident का percentage कितना income? Shipping business of non-resident का वो tax pay करके जाना पड़ेगा ना उसको. उसका income recognize का determine कैसा करेंगे आप? बता दूं मैं आपको कुछ चीज. 7.5% of turnover is deemed to be income. I told this to you actually. 7.5% of turnover is deemed to be income. ठीक है, लिखे नहीं होंगे पर बताया था आपको ये चीज में. ठीक है, बट बताया तो याद तो है. 7.5% टैक्स नहीं है बेटा. 7.5% ऑफ टर्नओवर इज डीम्ड टू बी व्हाट? इनकम. टैक्स जो रेट में जाएगा वो रेट में जाएगा. अच्छा क्लियर है? चलो, वन स्मॉल क्वेश्चन. देयर इज अ HUF whose income is only 4 lakh. बोलो बेटा इसका टैक्स कैलकुलेशन क्या आएगा? Just 1 minute time. Think properly. Apply all the provisions. Apply 288A, apply 288B. Whatever sections you think will apply, will apply. If you think 87A will apply, apply that also. Apply all the sections. $7,000? That's it, that is the answer. This question came in exam. One crazy fellow wrote tax is 0. हाँ, रिबेट ले लिया भाई साहब एग्जाम में. Will rebate apply? Rebate is only for resident individual whose total income does not exceed 5 lakh. कितना बेटा rebate? Tax payable of 12,500, whichever is lower. In my question, what did I say? HUF. Will rebate apply? That's it. That's the end of story. Clear everyone? Can I proceed? That's all my dear friends. That's about the basic concepts. Something interesting and important where high possibility question will trigger in the exam. Can I proceed and move forward? One of the most important topic in our syllabus where a question may come in exam for 4 or it may come for 6 or it may come for 8 also. There were 2-3 occasions where 8 marks also came in the exam. We are talking about one of the most crazy, beautiful, sweet, cute, crazy topic called residential status and scope of total income. Are we ready? Yeah? First of all, let's talk about residential status. Then later on, we'll talk about scope of total income. Sir, first fundamentally, I'll tell you one point. In order to tax any person, there are 2 important parameters. Parameter number 1, residential status. Sir, I'll assume for a second, you also assume for a second, you don't know anything in residential status. Okay? We are in foundation classroom. I'll ask you one basic, logical, common sense question, which you think properly and tell me. We know somebody called Chris Gayle? Yes, sir. Chris Gayle? Yes, sir. Exactly. Chris Gayle is coming to India, doing something in India, making money in India. Indian government is telling, please pay tax. Do you think anything wrong in this? No. Why? Because he made money in India. I don't want to use the word accrued, all that words. He made money in India. Logical? Purely logical? Right. Chris Gayle, a West Indies player, went to Australia. Chris Gayle, a West Indies player, went to Australia, played a match in Australia, made money in Australia. Indian government is calling and telling, please pay tax in India. चप्पल लेके मारेगा वो. So logic only, no sir. Technically we call that income as foreign income. So basically what? I mean jokes about, I hope you got me clarity on this concept. So it's pure logical point. First get the logic. Then let's understand the concept in detail. So basically to tax any person, we look at 2 important parameters. Parameter number 1, residential status. Parameter number 2, nature of income, which will divide the income into 2 types of income called Indian income and foreign income based on some parameters called accrual and receipts. This, I'll make you masters in this concept. Don't worry. Aaj hi karke chodunga. We'll go crazy in this concept. That level I'll take you. Don't worry. Clear? But before that, we need to understand this. But if residential status is gone, sab kuch gaya. Clear friends? Agreed? Because if you make one resident fellow as non-resident, answer is gone. If you make non-resident fellow as a resident, again answer is gone. So it is important that you classify him properly. Correct friends? Yes. Now before I proceed, I'll ask you one question, which you have to answer me very clearly. Okay? When do you call a person as Indian citizen? रेसिडेंशियल स्टेटस अभी तक मैं पढ़ा ही नहीं, उधर तक गया ही नहीं मैंने. मैं सिर्फ इतना ही पूछा इंडियन सिटीजन कौन है, और मैं बीटेक का बंदा हूं, मुझे टैक्स आता नहीं है, मुझे कॉमर्स मत सिखाओ. एग्जाम्पल बोल रहा हूं, ठीक है, मैं तो कॉमर्स का बंदा हूं, बट आई एम जस्ट गिविंग एन एग्जाम्पल. क्लियर? द बीटेक बंदे को आप रेसिडेंशियल स्टेटस जाके बोलेंगे तो उसको क्या समझ में आएगा? वो तब मैं पूछा ही नहीं आपसे, मैं बस इतना ही पूछा आपसे कि हु इज एन इंडियन सिटीजन, दैट मच यू टेल. Nationality Indian. How do you prove your nationality? That's my question. Born in India, okay. अब गारंटी क्या आप इंडिया में born हुए? Birth certificate, but that's not enough. Birth certificate is not an identity proof. Birth certificate is not an identity proof. What document you'll show? कुछ तो कार्ड होना चाहिए ना आपके पास, सबके पास एक कार्ड है, आधार कार्ड. सो आई हैव अ क्वेश्चन नाउ, इफ यू हैव आधार कार्ड, डू यू से यू आर इंडियन सिटीजन? यस, वंडरफुल. घर पे आधार कार्ड है, बैग में भी है, छोटा वाला है लंबा वाला है? हाँ, छोटा वाला का जो कस्टमाइज कर दिए हम. जो लंबा वाला कार्ड होता है ना सर, उसके पीछे टर्न करके देख लो, एक फर्स्ट एक नोट रहता है, आधार इज ए प्रूफ ऑफ आइडेंटिटी बट नॉट ए प्रूफ ऑफ सिटीजनशिप. यस, हम सोचते आधार है तो बस बन गया इंडियन सिटीजन, बट लेट मी टेल यू, इंडियन सिटीजन इज समबडी हु इज born in India and holding a valid identity proof in India, which technically we see a passport or a voter ID card, or parents will have something called ration card. Correct, my dear friends? That fellow is called as an Indian citizen. And first point, let me tell you before I proceed to any discussion in this, whenever we are solving any question in the class, in the exam, anywhere, don't assume any fellow as an Indian citizen. Question will specify whether he is an Indian citizen or not. Because if that fellow is Indian citizen, your concept will completely change. If he is not an Indian citizen, the concept will completely change. Because we have got some special cases which I'll teach you now. Clear, my dear friends? So what is the principle I just told you? Unless question specifies, do not assume he is an Indian citizen. If he is an Indian citizen, question only will tell you, भैया ये भाई साहब Indian citizen है तो है. He will only tell. You don't assume. Are we clear with that? Everybody, my dear friends. First, let's talk about residential status of individual. Rest of story we'll talk later. First, let me talk about residential status for whom, sir? Individual. What are the two categories we have in individual? चुप. फर्स्ट रेसिडेंट, नॉन रेसिडेंट, वो सब बाद में आएगा मेरे भाई. एंड टू डिसाइड रेसिडेंट नॉन रेसिडेंट, व्हाट आर द कंडीशंस वी लुक एट? वी लुक एट सम बेसिक कंडीशंस गिवन अंडर सेक्शन 6(1). Clear? Now see this diagram, no? Interesting diagram. If you satisfy any one or both, we'll call you as resident. If you satisfy none, we'll call you as non-resident. समझे लॉजिक? बोलो बेटा, किसकी बात कर रहे हैं हम? इंडिविजुअल. HUF कंपनी सब बाद में बात करेंगे. फर्स्ट लेट्स बिकम परफेक्टली इंडिविजुअल. दिस ओनली विल टेक मोर टाइम. All other people together will take 5 minutes time, but this fellow will eat 1 hour of our time. Correct? No, because this fellow has got a lot of concepts. Individual no, रुकता नहीं एक जगह पे. Correct है यार, company cannot move, no. But individual will keep on going, coming. Now, one point let me tell you, in India, taxation system is based on residential status. And the residential status is determined based on duration of stay in India. How long you stayed in India, based on that we will decide your residential status. So by deciding based on what? Duration of stay in India. And if some fellow is going, coming, going, law clearly told day of coming, day of going, both are included. Both are? अगर आप exclude कर देंगे तो नंबर बदल जाएगा. नंबर बदल जाएगा तो रेजिडेंट नॉन रेजिडेंट बनेगा. नॉन रेजिडेंट बनेगा तो इनकम गलत हो जाएगा. इनकम गलत हो जाएगा तो टैक्स गलत हो जाएगा. क्या? नहीं. डे ऑफ कमिंग, डे ऑफ गोइंग, बोथ आर इंक्लूडेड. ऐसा नहीं होता है. प्रैक्टिकल इज डिफिकल्ट. डे ऑफ कमिंग, डे ऑफ गोइंग, बोथ आर इंक्लूडेड. ऐसा किसने बोला? उधर है तो इधर है तो आधा आधा ऐड करके एक दिन ले लो. नहीं, ऐसा कुछ नहीं है. डे ऑफ कमिंग, डे ऑफ गोइंग, बोथ आर व्हाट माय डियर फ्रेंड्स? इंक्लूडेड. So getting clarity on this point, everybody? All of us. Correct? Now see, practically income tax cannot vouch for a timing what you are coming, timing what you are going. उन्होंने क्या बोल दिया, जिस दिन जा रहे हैं हम ये ट्रेड करेंगे, आप उस दिन इंडिया में हो, जिस दिन है उस दिन में इंडिया में हो. Correct? No? Technically we do that when the timing is not available. And practically in the question, they'll never tell you he left at 2 p.m. he came back at 3 p.m. अरे भाई अभी टाइम मशीन है या सी स्टूडेंट है, समझ गए ना आप लोग. He'll never play with you on the timings. He'll play with you only on the dates. Come on. Individual. What are the two categories? Resident, non-resident. We'll decide based on condition. What condition? Basic conditions. ये बोलो यार, condition मत बोलो. Basic condition. Given under section 6(1). And we have got two conditions, my dear friends. Anyone satisfied? Resident. Both satisfied? Resident. अरे क्या बेटा, क्या हो मैडम? Anyone satisfied? Both satisfied? Both gone? What are we talking about? Basic conditions. Given under which section? Section 6(1). Anyone satisfied? Huh? Both satisfied? Both gone? चलो अभी देखते हैं बेसिक कंडीशंस है क्या. I hope and I'm sure that you guys know this. बोलो क्या है फर्स्ट वाला. अरे ऐसा मत बोलो यार. He must be in India for a period of 182 या 181, याद कर लो बराबर से. याद ही नहीं बिल्कुल, क्या दोस्त. He must be in India for a period of 182 days or more. 182 days or more during the previous year. अब मुझे बोलो आपके एग्जाम के लिए प्रीवियस ईयर कौन सा है? 21, 22. यार प्रीवियस ईयर आदित्य यार, कम ऑन, आप कंफ्यूज क्यों हो रहे हैं यार? प्रीवियस ईयर को पूछा ना मैंने. असेसमेंट इज व्हाट 22, 23. प्रीवियस ईयर क्या है आपका एग्जाम के लिए? 21, 22. उसकी बात करें ना हम. चलो बोलो फर्स्ट कंडीशन. He must be in India for a period of 182 days or more during the previous year. Or he must be in India for a period of कितना बेटा? 60 days or more during the previous year and 365 days or more during 4 years prior to previous year or preceding the previous year. Chalo beta, how many basic conditions are there? 2. How many should be satisfied to become a resident? Any one. Both satisfied? Resident. Both not satisfied? Chalo beta, what about two conditions? Don't see your book, don't see the board. Tell me the answer. What is the first one? He must be in India for a period of 182 days or more during the previous year. Or he must be in India for a period of 60 days or more during the previous year and 365 days or more during 4 years preceding the previous year. Now, Shivateja, staying for 2 months in Pune, 2 months in Hyderabad, 2 months in Chennai, 2 months in Delhi, 2 months in Bangalore. Am I in India? Yes, sir. I'm staying in Arabian Sea for 15 days, Indian Ocean for 20 days. Yes, yes, sir. So ultimately, what is India? 225A. That's it. समझ गए आप लोग? मैं कल इंडिया का डेफिनेशन क्यों पढ़ाया? Because when I say he must be in India, India also covers territorial waters. It also covers airspace. It also covers seabed. मतलब पानी के अंदर है, पानी के ऊपर है, लैंड में है, किधर भी है भैया, ये तो इंडिया में ही है. You getting my point, everybody? So first condition? He must be in India for a period of 182 days or more during the previous year. Or he must be in India for a period of 60 days or more during the previous year and 365 days or more during 4 years preceding the previous year. Getting clarity, everybody? So speak out. All of us. Excellent. Fantastic. Now get back, my dear friends. Once a fellow becomes a resident, we look at something called additional conditions, which are given under section 6(6). Clear, my dear friends? And friends, we are talking only and only about whom, sir? Individual. अभी तक मैं किसी और का पढ़ा ही नहीं अभी तक, वो बाद में देखेंगे हम लोग. We are talking only about whom, sir? Individual. Additional conditions are given under which section? 6(6). And here also there are two conditions. And if you satisfy both, ROR. If you satisfy one or none, we call that fellow as RNOR. Clear, beta? What is the meaning of this word ROR? Resident and resident and it is not ordinary. Ordinarily resident. It's the biggest blunder what students are doing in the exam. Writing as resident and ordinary. भैया ordinary नहीं है, वो extraordinary बंदा है. एक बार वार बनेगा उसको उठा के मारेंगे उसको. उतना लेवल का टैक्स है उसको. Because ROR fellow is taxed on global income. We'll talk soon. So getting my point, everybody? ROR का full form क्या है बेटा? Resident and ordinary resident. Resident and ordinarily resident. So getting my points? I will ask one question, think properly and tell me. One basic, one additional.
Resident but ordinarily resident.
RNOR बोल दो. ठीक है? One basic, one additional. RNOR. Two basic, one additional. Two basic, one additional. RNOR. दोस्त मेरा क्वेश्चन समझ रहे हैं ना? One basic, one additional. RNOR. Two basic, one additional. Two basic, two additional. One basic, two additional. ROR. Zero basic, two additional. कुछ नहीं मतलब कुछ तो हो रहेगा ना यार. What is the answer? Non-resident. In exam, a stupid fellow wrote non-resident, not ordinary resident. डुबा देना उसको बाद में को. क्या stupid answer है यार वो? How can a fellow write non-resident, not ordinary resident? This word called OR, NOR is only in case of a resident. If you are NR, NR is an NR. Sir, fundamental wrong in here. I mean, don't mind telling me that nonsense, stupid, idiotic answer because that's nonsense. Sheer utter nonsense it is. How can you write that word NROR? कुछ concept नहीं invent थोड़ी करेंगे यार. You should not invent some concept, no please. You're getting my point, everybody? See, because once a fellow is an NR, NR is an NR, that's it. There's nothing called NROR, NR, NOR. NR is an NR. Basic गया तो मतलब खत्म. Additional देखने का कुछ concept ही नहीं है. Clear है? पहले chart लिखो. What are the additional conditions? I will talk. Separately, I'll talk. अभी ये क्लैरिटी आया? वंडरफुल. क्वेश्चंस भी दिखाऊंगा मैं और ज्यादा क्लैरिटी आएगा. Done, my dear friends? Everybody, sir? Come on, my dear friends, can you please tell me what are the basic conditions? He must be in India for a period of 182 days or more during the previous year, or he must be in India for a period of 60 days or more during the previous year, and 365 days or more during 4 years preceding the previous year. And if any of these two conditions are satisfied, we call that fellow as resident. If he is resident, then the story of ROR, RNOR will come into picture. And by any chance, if both conditions are gone, this fellow will become an, if he is non-resident, matter ends there. Clear, my dear friends? Just for the sake of clarity, I am asking you once again, please tell me the answer. Okay, please. बोलो बेटा, basic one, additional one. Resident तो है ही बेटा. RNOR 1 0. Still the answer is what? RNOR 1 2. ROR 2 0. RNOR क्या NR कहाँ से आया मेरे भाई? 2 1. RNOR 2 2. ROR 1 2. ROR 0 1. Non-resident 0 2. भैया तू एडिशनल दो सेटिस्फाई करेगा तो कोई फायदा नहीं है. बेसिक कुछ ना कुछ सेटिस्फाई कर, तभी तू बनेगा रेजिडेंट. अगर बेसिक में ही गया तो तू बनेगा एनआर. वंस एनआर ही इज एन एनआर. इट डजंट मैटर वेदर यू सैटिस्फाई एडिशनल और नॉट. समझ में आया ये लॉजिक? बट इफ somebody tries to remember like 1 2 1 1 1 0, there is stupidity. That's not how you have to remember, no? Get the logic. Basic anyone satisfied, you will become a resident. दोनों भी कर दिए बेटा, अच्छी बात है, रेजिडेंट तो बनेगा ही ना. But once you're resident, we look at what? Additional. But to become an ROR, we want you to satisfy both additional. Additional में कुछ ना कुछ गया तो आप RNOR बनेंगे. Basic में ही गया तो will become a NR. And it's very important to classify this ROR, RNOR, NR perfectly. Because if something goes wrong in the classification, your tax liability will completely change. Straight away फसक. The reason being very clear that ROR taxability is different, RNOR taxability is different, NR taxability is different. So fundamentally your calculation goes wrong if you do resident status wrong. समझ में आ रहा है बेटा सबको? Clear है? Can I proceed? Now listen, let me complete some special interesting point. सर अभी तक हमने दो कंडीशन सिखाए बेसिक में. सर in basic we learnt about condition 1, we learnt about condition 2. क्या है बेटा ये दो कंडीशन बोलो? 182 days or more during the previous year. Second वाला क्या था? 60 days or more during the previous year and 365 days or more during 4 years preceding the previous year. ये समझ गए आप लोग? Now I have an interesting concept. Listen very, very clearly. Please understand. If you have never understood in your life, now you will understand. Don't worry. I'll give you full clarity here. Don't write 5 minutes. Just relax, concentrate and listen. Please, very important. There are 3 special cases, my dear friends. Yeah, listen very clearly. Special case number 1. Indian citizen, and I already told the principle, unless question specifies, don't assume a fellow as a Indian citizen. Question will tell that that fellow is an Indian citizen. Clear? Indian citizen leaving India. It's not LIVING. It is LEAVING. मतलब क्या बेटा? छोड़ के जा रहा है. तुझसे ना जाओ पर जा रहा है. Come on, what is the first point? Indian citizen leaving India for the purpose of employment outside India. Clear है बेटा? So speak out. Second point. Again the story. Indian citizen leaving India as a member of crew of an Indian ship. But it is important that this Indian ship should be a foreign bound ship. If it's rotating only in India, वो बंदा इंडिया में ही है ना यार. वो foreign bound मतलब क्या? इंडिया से बाहर जा रहा है, बाहर से इंडिया आ रहा है. Then only the story will come. No, if it is only rotating in India, then it's not leaving India only. इसमें एक बड़ा छोटा सा interesting कहानी है, which I'll tell you after some time, not now. Clear? I'll tell you today only. I'll tell. So in these two cases, my dear friends, these two cases, individual will be regarded as resident only if first condition is satisfied. I repeat once again. In these two cases, somebody is asking, सर आप तीन स्पेशल केस बोलते बोले ना, दो ही बोले क्या भैया? तीसरा वाला थोड़ा अलग है, वो थोड़ा हटके है, पहले ये सुन लो. Come on, what are the two cases? First one, Indian citizen leaving India during wait. Indian citizen leaving India during the previous year. Leaving India during the previous year. कभी तो भी नहीं गया, previous year में जा रहा है वो. समझ रहे हैं मेरी बात? कभी तो भी गया तो फिर ये पॉइंट अप्लाई होता ही नहीं, उसको प्रीवियस में जाना पड़ेगा. Come on, first point, Indian citizen leaving India during the previous year for the purpose of employment outside India. Second वाला point क्या है बेटा? Indian citizen leaving India during the previous year as a member of crew of an Indian ship, which is a foreign bound ship. So in these two cases, generally, normally, you will become a resident if you satisfy any of the basic condition. But these two cases, law is telling, Bhaiya, you will become a resident only if you satisfy first condition. Getting clarity? Speak out, my dear friends. So if one fellow, let's say, is working in India, he's working in India in a big four, he's working with EY in a tax department in India, correct? In middle of the year, he got an opportunity from Singapore, where company only told, if you want to shift to Singapore, you shift. Next 10 years, stay in Singapore. He told, yes sir, I will go. Bye. Going. He is going for what purpose? Employment outside India. So in that previous year, in which he is leaving for the purpose of job, he will become a resident only if he is in India for 182 days or more. अगर आप 60 दिन 365 days और देखेंगे तो वो रेजिडेंट नहीं बनेगा. सेकंड कंडीशन अप्लाई होता ही नहीं. कौन सा कंडीशन देखना है? सिर्फ फर्स्ट कंडीशन. फर्स्ट कंडीशन क्या है बेटा? 182 days or more during the previous year. What are the 2 points we discussed so far? First one, Indian citizen leaving India during the previous year for the purpose of employment outside India. Second one, Indian citizen leaving India during the previous year as a member of crew of an Indian ship, which is foreign bound. समझ में आ रहा है सर? Speak out. In exam, that question has come where one fellow is working in a company. EY is only my example. One fellow is working in a company. He got job in US. He shifted to US. Student wrote, this point will not apply. This point will apply only when one fellow is unemployed in India. He is going for employment. In Act, did they ever use the word unemployment, employment? So one fellow could be already employed in India, but is going to foreign for better employment. Still this point will apply, no? Did they ever tell the word that this fellow should be unemployed and going for employment? क्यों आप इन्वेंट कर रहे हो? क्यों हमेशा लॉ बनाने में रहते यार? जो है ऑलरेडी सीखो ना यार. Already it's there. Don't try to create a law. Just learn the law. कौन सा कंडीशन 2 इनको क्यों नहीं है? सर कंडीशन 2 इनको रखेंगे ना यार, वो इजीली रेजिडेंट बन जाएगा. बिकॉज अभी तक तो इंडिया में था ही, अभी पहली बार जा रहा है इंडिया के फॉरेन. करेक्ट? नो, ही इज गोइंग फ्रॉम इंडिया टू फॉरेन फॉर द फर्स्ट टाइम. करेक्ट? फॉर एग्जांपल 365 डेज तो कैसे भी इंडिया में. करेक्ट? 60 डेज तो इजीली सेटिस्फाई करेगा, बीच में गया तो हम उसको क्या बोल रहे हैं? 182 डेज से सेटिस्फाई कर तभी हम रेजिडेंट बनेंगे. आप ये मत सोचो कि रेजिडेंट नहीं बने तो फिर कुछ तकलीफ हो जाएगा. ना यार, तकलीफ नहीं होगा, आपके लिए अच्छा है. इनकम टैक्स के लिए बुरा है. You're getting my point? Because if you're resident, income tax will tax you more. If you're non-resident, will not touch you. You're clear? Sir, recently let me tell you one point. One of my friend is working in Microsoft Hyderabad. He's a software employee. My school friend, but not from a CA background. He's from a tech side. Everything towards tech. He's working in Microsoft Hyderabad. Okay, Microsoft India office, he's working. He got a job in US. He told me that, I got a job in US, man. I'm going in October 20th or 30th, I'm leaving India. So my wife will come later, but I will leave now itself. I told him, anyways, you are getting out. Next 5-10 years will not come to India. Just get out before 30th September. Don't stay in India up to October. Just get out. That fellow asked me, Kyun bhai, bolna? I explained him on the call for 20 minutes. You are getting my point? Because if he goes in October, he will definitely stay in India for more than 182 days. That fellow will become a resident. वो कैसे भी जा रहा है, 1 महीने पहले जा रहा है, मेरे भाई तू non-resident बनेगा. You are getting my point? फिर वो बंदा पूछ रहा है मेरे से उल्टा, रेजिडेंट बने तो क्या फर्क पड़ेगा, नॉन रेजिडेंट बने तो क्या फर्क पड़ेगा. उसको पूरा समझाना पड़ा, भाई तू उधर जाएगा, उधर कुछ पैसे कमाएगा, वो कंट्री बोलेगा टैक्स भर, इंडिया बोलेगा भैया तू रेजिडेंट है तू टैक्स भर. अगर तू नॉन रेजिडेंट है, तेरा फॉरेन इनकम को इंडिया वाले टच नहीं करते. बोला अब्बा, गुड पॉइंट, आई एम गोइंग. I mean, I'm not joking, but seriously, that fellow is traveling on 25th of September. You're getting my point, everybody? All of us. He was anyway supposed to go, no? See, if that fellow is going in December, I would have not told him run away in September because you will become a non-resident. Anyways, you are going in 1 month. Better go 1 month before. If you are saving some taxes, good for you, no? Sir, clear, eh?
Yes, sir.
You're getting my point, no? The practical example I told so that you'll get the logic behind how the system is working. Clear? How many basic conditions are there, beta? 2. What are those 2? Repeat again. He must be in India for a period of 182 days or more during the previous year. Or he must be in India for a period of 60 days or more during the previous year and 365 days or more during 4 years preceding the previous year. But in 2 cases, only first condition will apply. Third special case मैं अभी तक पढ़ा ही नहीं, वो थोड़ा अलग है, बात करेंगे. What are 2 cases I discussed? Indian citizen leaving India for during the previous year for a purpose of employment outside India. Second वाला क्या है बेटा? Indian citizen leaving during the previous year as a member of crew of an Indian ship, which is foreign bound. Are we clear so far?
Yes, sir.
Everybody? Can I go ahead to that crazy point?
Yes, sir.
What is the crazy point we are discussing? The third special point. What is that third special point? Listen carefully. Dhyan se suno, sir. Very interesting actually. Little bit of clarity is missing. Matter is over. Indian citizen or a person of Indian origin. Sir, who is this fellow? Person of Indian origin? Overseas citizen of India. क्यों यार वो सब?
Parents are Indian or grandparents.
हाँ.
Undivided Indians.
Not parents, grandparents. Either himself or any of his parents or any of his grandparents were born in undivided India before 1947. And grandparents covers both maternal and paternal. समझ गए? Maternal, मम्मी मम्मी, मम्मी के पापा, नाना नानी, दादा दादी, दोनों भी कवर करे. एंजॉय. दोनों भी इंपॉर्टेंट है ना यार. जितना दादा इंपॉर्टेंट है उतना नाना भी तो इंपॉर्टेंट है. अरे बराबर है ना यार. नाना नहीं है तो मम्मी का है, दादा नहीं है तो पापा का है, दोनों नहीं है तो हम का है. सब प्योर लॉजिक की बात है. Come on, no, correct, no. Come on, Indian citizen or a person of what? Indian origin. So what is the first point? Indian citizen leaving India. Second point, Indian citizen leaving India. दोनों केस में जा रहे हैं ना यार. अब देखो, Indian citizen or a person of Indian origin who comes to India. सर अभी तक हम जाने की बात कर रहे थे, अभी किसकी बात कर रहे हैं भैया? आने की बात कर रहे हैं. Indian citizen or a person of Indian origin who comes to India for a visit during previous year. And law never told visit means 10 days, 15 days and all. Visit could be 6 months also, 1 year also. But when I say visit, that means it is temporary in nature. And he could visit for business purpose or he might visit for personal purpose. Visit is visit. You might ask, sir, how will we know practically whether that fellow came for visit or permanent? Whenever a foreign fellow is coming to India, he should take visa from Indian authorities. And every visa will have a validity period. Correct, no, my dear friends? In some foreign countries, if you stay in that country beyond visa validity, they'll hang to death. Countries like North Korea, Dubai, they are extremely strict. When a foreigner goes to their country, I mean, for them, we are foreigner only, no? If we go to their country, our visa is for 1 month. We stay for 1 month, 1 day. खलास. सर इंडिया इज ए फ्री जोन यार. यहाँ पे हमको जो मन में आता है वो करते हैं, उधर उतना ऑप्शन देता नहीं है. यू गेटिंग माय पॉइंट एवरीबॉडी? चलो, व्हाट इज दिस थर्ड पॉइंट? इंडियन सिटीजन और अ पर्सन ऑफ इंडियन ऑरिजिन हु कम्स टू इंडिया फॉर अ विजिट ड्यूरिंग. सर दिस फेलो हैज गॉट वन क्रेजी कॉन्सेप्ट. व्हाट इज दैट? लिसन. He will be regarded as a resident only if first, only if what, my dear friends? First basic condition is what, beta? Satisfied. Only first basic condition is satisfied. Correct, my dear friends? Now listen here, carefully listen, don't write anything. If first basic condition is not satisfied, still he is regarded as resident. If he satisfies second modified basic condition. No sounds. Listen, come on. Sir, what is the third point we're talking about? That's why I told you crazy point. Indian citizen, bro, or a person of Indian origin. He is coming to India. For what purpose? Visit during the previous year. Correct, my dear friends? What did they tell in the law? If you satisfy first condition, क्या बोलेंगे हम उसको? Resident. First condition नहीं हुआ, फिर भी आप resident बोलेंगे. If he satisfies second modified basic condition. बेटा मुझे एक बात बोलो, second modified condition, second condition है क्या? पहली बात 60 days or more during the previous year. Here they told 120 days or more during the previous year and greater or equal to 365 during 4 years preceding previous year. So getting clarity, everybody? But this story will apply only when total income other than, oh, don't stop there, total income other than foreign sources is greater than 15 lakhs. Clarity aa raha hai beta? So I repeat again, let me summarize the whole story. Okay? Listen carefully, just listen. Clarity दे दूंगा मैं आपको, 2 मिनट में खत्म कर दूंगा. Listen. Sir, there are 2 basic conditions. That is, number 1, he must be in India for 182 days or more during the previous year, or he must be in India for a period of 60 days or more during the previous year and 365 days or more during 4 years preceding the previous year. This is a general story. Anyone you satisfy, भैया हम आपको resident बुलाएंगे. If you satisfy both, still you are a resident. If you satisfy none, we'll call you non-resident. But we have got 3 special cases in the law. That is called exception basically. First exception is Indian citizen leaving India during the previous year for a purpose of employment outside India. He will become resident only if first basic condition is satisfied. Second fellow, Indian citizen leaving India during the previous year as member of crew of an Indian ship which is foreign bound. He is also resident only if the first basic condition is satisfied. Third case, Indian citizen or a person of Indian origin who comes to India for a visit during previous year. This fellow is a resident if first basic condition is satisfied. If first one satisfied, very good. If first one not satisfied, we are telling, भैया हम आपको फिर भी resident बोलेंगे. अगर आप second modified condition satisfy करेंगे तो, and the second modified condition story will apply only for those whose total income other than foreign source exceeds 15 lakhs. Correct? And what is the second modified condition? 120 days or more during the previous year and 365 days or more during 4 years preceding the previous year. Getting clarified? Sir, everybody, sir? And by any chance, if this fellow has satisfied this second modified condition, we will call this fellow as RNOR. This fellow can never become ROR. Clear hai beta? Sir, everybody? Sir, getting clarity? That means we will not look at basic conditions for this fellow. And if we satisfy first condition, then RNOR story is possible. But if we satisfy second modified condition, then RNOR story only will come. ROR story can never come into picture. सबको क्लैरिटी आई इस बात पे? पक्का बेटा? सब बहुत खतरनाक कॉन्सेप्ट है यार. स्पेशल केस कितने बेटा? 3. उसमें तो फर्स्ट 2 केसेस में क्या है? आप फर्स्ट कंडीशन सैटिस्फाई करे तो रेजिडेंट है, नहीं करे तो नॉन रेजिडेंट है, खत्म कहानी. थर्ड वाला थोड़ा हटके है. थर्ड वाला का कहानी क्या है? थर्ड वाले का केस बोलता है भैया इफ यू सैटिस्फाई फर्स्ट कंडीशन विल कॉल यू रेजिडेंट. सैटिस्फाई नहीं करे तो नॉन रेजिडेंट बनेगा नॉर्मली. बट आपको एक स्पेशल पॉइंट बताएंगे. किसको बताएंगे स्पेशल पॉइंट? जिसका टोटल इनकम अदर देन फॉरेन सोर्सेस 15 लाख के ऊपर है. तो क्या है स्पेशल केस उसका? इफ यू सैटिस्फाई सेकंड मॉडिफाइड बेसिक कंडीशन स्टिल विल कॉल यू ए रेजिडेंट बट विल बिकम एन RNOR. What is the second modified condition? 60 became 120. बाकी सब same. That's why we call it as second modified condition because 60 became 120. That's it. ROR हो सकता है ना सर? फर्स्ट 2 केस में ROR हो सकता है. एडिशनल सेटिस्फाई करना पड़ेगा ना सर. आप मेरी बात ध्यान से सुनो. फर्स्ट 2 केसेस में ROR बन सकता है अगर एडिशनल सेटिस्फाई करेगा तो. ठीक है. ये थर्ड केस में जो ये वाला कहानी है ना, फर्स्ट कंडीशन सेटिस्फाई किया, ये भी आर बन सकता है अगर एडिशनल सेटिस्फाई किया तो। और अगर जो मॉडिफाइड सेकंड कंडीशन वाली केस बात करें ना हम, उसमें अगर एडिशनल सेटिस्फाई करेगा तो भी आप उसको आर एन ओ आर ही बोलेंगे। समझ गए? क्लैरिटी आ गया दोस्त? डन। दिस इज द स्टोरी ऑफ द बेसिक कंडीशंस। पिक्चर अभी बाकी है, लिखना भी बाकी है, लिख लो बेटा। You are here? Right, take it. हो गया? Can I scroll down? I hope we are clear with the concept now, guys. So any questions can be solved only when we have that conceptual clarity first. Then problem solving comes into picture. Clear है बेटा? Done. This is the sex story of the third special point. You can finish writing this and take a short break. After that, we'll complete the balance story. Thank you. सिलेबस डिस्कशन ग्रुप 1 या ग्रुप 2? अच्छा ग्रुप 2 बहुत दूर है सर. नहीं जो एक ही ग्रुप लिखने का सोच रहे हैं उनका तो बहुत दूर है ना. चेक हेलो चेक चेक क्या दोस्त. ओ क्लास के बाद बात करेंगे अभी ऑलरेडी थोड़ा. अच्छा आज लग रहा है कि कॉन्फिडेंटली हो जाएगा. नहीं हो जाएगा दोस्त कोई बात नहीं. तो हो जाएगा ना अभी आ रहा है ना क्लैरिटी कर दिए ना मतलब और थोड़ा बाकी है. चलो गाइस कम ऑन गेट बैक गेट बैक गेट बैक गेट बैक गेट बैक. Yes, sub perfect. Bolo beta, come on. What are we talking about? Section 6, 1. What is that? Basic conditions. How many conditions are there? 2 conditions are there. What is the first one? He must be in India for a period of 182 days or more during the previous year. Or he must be in India for a period of 60 days or more during the previous year. And 365 days or more during 4 years preceding the previous year. Any one condition satisfied. क्या बोलेंगे बेटा उसको? दोनों satisfy करे तो? को दोनों भी गया? That's it. One's non-resident, non-resident. That's it. Additional I did not touch so far. They are still in basic condition only. But we have got 3 special cases. In first special case, what first special case? Indian citizen leaving India for the purpose of employment outside India. He will become resident only when the first basic condition is satisfied. Second case also only first basic condition. Third case first basic condition very good. First basic condition gone, you can apply second modified condition. But the second modified condition story will come only when total income other than foreign source is more than? Exactly. Getting clarity everybody? All of us? Now listen something interesting here, which you have to understand. Yeah? When I say total income, other than, क्या था बेटा वो बोलो प्लीज. फॉरेन इनकम नहीं है वो. टोटल इनकम अदर देन फॉरेन सोर्सेस इज ग्रेटर देन. This word other than foreign sources excludes number 1, number 2. When I say excludes number 1, number 2, that means they are included for calculating 15 lakh. समझ रहे आप मेरी बात? Sir, when I say other than foreign source excludes something, that means what? They are included for calculating total income. Are minus into minus? Plus. Wonderful. See now, what is excluded? Business income which is controlled wholly or partly from India. चलो बेटा क्या लिखा फर्स्ट पॉइंट. बिजनेस इनकम विच इज कंट्रोल व्हाट? wholly or partly from India. प्रोफेशन इनकम क्या है बेटा? क्या इनकम है? प्रोफेशन इनकम which is set up in India. And dosto, set up in India means having an office in India. So for example, when I say office in India, fixed place of business in India. Let me give my own example. Shiva Teja, I'm also into practice, which I already told you. I've got a fixed place of business, fixed setup in Hyderabad. I've got a setup in India. But there's other people who don't have a fixed setup, but they work as freelancers. Heard this word freelancing? फ्रीलांसिंग मतलब क्या? जो हम काम कर रहे हैं वही काम कर रहा है, बट इट डजंट हैव फिक्स्ड प्लेस ऑफ सेटअप. गेटिंग माय पॉइंट एवरीबॉडी? सर स्पेशल केस समझ में आए? एग्जाम में ना कभी कभी कैसा होता है, वो थोड़ा कभी कभी ऐसे को लगता है कि इसको थोड़ा ट्विस्ट कर देते एग्जाम में. देन दे ट्राई टू प्ले दिस गेम्स. दे विल गिव फॉरेन इनकम, दे विल गिव इंडियन इनकम, एंड दे आस्क, देन यू, इट्स योर ड्यूटी टू फाइंड आउट वेदर इट इज मोर देन 15 lakh or not. And to calculate that 15 lakh, we should consider this. What is that? These two. Business income, which is controlled कहाँ से बेटा? Wholly or partly from India. Number 2, profession income, which is set up in India. That's it. Are we clear with this 2 point? Everybody, my dear friends, लिख लो बेटा. Total income other than foreign source is more than 15 lakh. And that foreign source excludes business income controlled wholly or partly from India, profession income, which is set up in India. So clear everybody? Can I move forward? Story is not yet done. Come on, listen. So what is the second special case? Indian citizen leaving India as a member of crew of Indian ship, which is technically, that means basically this ship is that ship which is going to foreign or coming from foreign to India. But we're talking about going only because leaving India. Correct, my dear friends? Now an interesting concept, which I'll specifically discuss with you. You listen to my concept carefully. First I'll explain the logic behind this, then I'll write the point. Okay? Sir? India. Thank you so much. Thank you. This is a part of India. Correct, my dear friends? Now, from here, control. From here, from here, yeah, perfect. From here up to 12, so sorry. From here up to 12 nautical miles, what do we call it, sir? Territorial waters. We know this? Yes, up to 12 nautical miles, we call it as territorial waters. Now what has happened is, excuse me for the diagram, but please see. One ship started from here. Assume this is a ship. Clear enough? So please, इसके लिए मैंने commerce को आया है, ठीक है ना? So that ship started from land going into the water. Correct, my dear friends? It's going to foreign. Now my straight question to you, till the time the ship crosses territorial water, till the time ship crosses territorial waters, is it in India? Yes. Wonderful. How, so you mean to say that till the time you don't cross territorial waters, that ship is in India. When that ship is in India, that fellow also is in India. But tell me, is on the border of territorial waters, are income tax officers standing and checking, ये ship कब cross कर रहा है? Is it practically possible for them to check? Then they told, we'll introduce some concept. What is that concept they introduced is, for every person who is working as a crew, they will have something called continuous discharge certificate. This is something like an identity card what they carry. जिसका नाम है CDC, technically called continuous discharge certificate. Continuous discharge certificate. And they told very clearly in the law that date of joining till the date of signing off. Signing off basically means leaving it. Signing off. We say no, signing off. Date of joining till the date of signing off shall be excluded. Shall be what, sir? Excluded for calculation of number of days in India. Adit, samajh mein aa raha hai, Adit? Logic you understand very clearly here. Sir, simple logic, my dear friends. Let's say Shiva Teja is a crew member. I enter the ship. The moment I enter the ship, I am still in India? Yes. Till the time the ship does not cross territorial waters, I am still in India only? But law is telling we will treat as if you are outside India. From the date of joining till the date of signing off. Because it is practically impossible to check when the ship has crossed territorial waters. That's why they told this concept will follow. You are getting my point? So for example, let's say, my dear friends, date of joining is 10th October 21. Date of joining the ship. Date of joining the ship. And date of leaving is, let's say, 31st Jan 22. We will treat this date as if he is. Samajh rahe, sir? Now, strictly speaking, ship would have already come to India on 29th of Jan. Example, you're getting my point, no? Ship would have already come to India on 29th of Jan, but it took 2 days to reach the landmass. And that 2 days it is in territorial waters only. But we'll treat as if it is because practically difficult to border that territorial waters. So they put this concept in the law. You're getting my point? And for your kind information, I did not teach you so far additional condition. We are still in basic. And without basic, there is no sense in understanding additional condition. पहले एक आदमी को बराबर आप resident non-resident classify करो. उसके बाद आएगा ROR, RNOR कहानी. Are we clear with this point, everybody? This is which special point? First one or second one? Second one. What is the second point? Can you read out again? Indian citizen leaving India during the previous year as a member of crew of an Indian ship, which is foreign bound. And what is the concept they told in the law? That fellow who is working in the cruise ship will have a certificate called continuous discharge certificate. And in that they clearly mention the date of joining and the date of signing off. And law clearly told that period of date of joining till the date of signing off shall be excluded for calculation of number of days in India. Clear, my dear friends? All of us. In fact, there is one beautiful question in your instrumental also on this concept, named as Mr. Anand. वो बंदे का नाम आनंद है वो क्वेश्चन में. चेक कर लो बाद में. ठीक है ना बेटा? An interesting concept. I hope we got clarity on this concept. That's it. Take it. Can I proceed? Chalo, done. What have we done with so far? Basic conditions for individual. How many are there? Two. But how many special cases are there? In first two special cases, what is the story? Apply only the first condition. Third special case, apply first. Very good. Not done, you can apply second. But you have to apply second. That second you have to apply modified. That too, that second modified story will come only when? Total in. Exactly. Now answer is perfect. आप एग्जाम में जाके टोटल इनकम मोर देन 15 लाख बोलेंगे तो 2 मार्क का क्वेश्चन को 1 की मार्क देंगे. Your word should be very clear. Total income other than foreign sources should be more than 15 lakhs. 50 नहीं है. 15. So clear? So once a fellow becomes a resident, what we look at? Now we will look at additional condition. Because if he does not satisfy basic, there is no question of looking at additional. But one fellow, even though he satisfies additional, we will still call him as RNOR. Who is the crazy boy? Indian citizen or a person of Indian origin who comes to India for a visit during previous year and is satisfied second modified condition and his total income is more than 15 lakh. Total income other than foreign sources is more than 15 lakh. Then even though he satisfies additional, usko still हम बोलेंगे RNOR. I hope we are convinced. Additional conditions are given under which section, my dear friends? Beautiful. What is 6.1? What is section 4? What is section 87A? Rebate. Wonderful. 225A? Is it important to know what is India?
Yes, sir.
Does it makes a huge difference? Correct? Excellent. Now listen. Additional condition. Listen to me very carefully. 2 points, very simple, but understand them very clearly. First one, he must be resident in India. He must be what, beta? बेटा मुझे एक बात बोलो, वो रेसिडेंट कैसा बनेगा? Basic condition satisfy करो, resident बनेगा. Satisfy anyone basic, you become resident. If you are special case fellow, satisfy that basic condition only. Correct, my dear friends? He must be resident in India. Sir, they never told he must be in India. Being in India is different. Being resident in India is different. Being in India मतलब पूरा साल इंडिया में रहना है. Resident in India मतलब 182 days हो गया तो बस resident है. Correct है ना यार? So speak out. Now I will ask you one straight question. Shiva Teja, okay, he is going to Dubai on 10th of January. Will I still be a resident? Yes. अब जब भाई साहब अप्रैल से लेके 10th जान तक इंडिया में तो कैसे भी 180 days तो हो ही गए यार. रेजिडेंट तो बनेगा ना कैसे भी. Is it necessary that whole year I should be in India? No. See now, he must be resident in India in at least 2 out of 10 previous years preceding the previous year. मतलब previous year से पहले 10 साल. You're getting my point, everybody? Don't write, just wait for 1 minute. I'll close this. And. So there we wrote or. Here we're writing and. फर्क समझ गया ना? और मतलब any one. Here and means both. And second one. He must be in India. बेटा क्या है बेटा ये? He must be in India for a period of 730 days or more during 7 previous years. Sorry, let me write properly. During 7 previous years preceding the previous year. Is that clear? I'll give you one small technique which you always keep in mind. Whenever you solve any question, always look at second additional condition. क्योंकि बहुत easy है. Last 7 साल में उसको 730 लेना है. अगर सेकंड वाला गया तो फर्स्ट वाला देखने का कोई जरूरत ही नहीं है. क्यों बेटा? If second one is gone, if the second one is gone, by checking first one, what will you achieve? Nothing. तो क्यों टाइम वेस्ट करना है आपको? सर फर्स्ट वाला करने में तो दिमाग चलाना पड़ेगा. 182 डेज है या नहीं है, 60 डेज है या नहीं है, 365 है या नहीं है, वो सब दिमाग बाद में चलाएंगे. सबसे पहले देखो 730 है या नहीं है. अगर 730 गया so there is no sense of looking at first basic condition, because second is gone. By satisfying only first one, there is nothing what you are going to achieve. Clear, my dear friends? And second one is more easy to calculate. You just have to do in calculator, no? Last 7 days, how many days is there? If it is less than 730, forget the story and tell directly R and OR. Do not look at first one also. Second one satisfied, then start applying your brain. Then start tinkering your brain. Yaad kar lo concept, then start doing it. If 730 is gone, don't trouble your brain and tell the answer as RNOR. You might tell, what if it becomes NR? NR का केस आएगा ही नहीं. अगर आप NR है तो आप इधर तक पहुंचेंगे भी नहीं, because उधर ही काम खत्म कहानी हो गया. So getting my points? Just don't write anything. Just give me 1 minute. I'll close it. Then you can write this. Okay? Listen. So for the exam, what is the assessment here? Thank you so much. Previous year? Right. 2021, 1920, 1819, 1718, 1617, 1516, 1415, 1314, 1213. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. ठीक है? सुनो ध्यान से. This year greater or equal to 182. Clear? Or greater or equal to 60 days, and these 4 years together greater or equal to 365. This is the story of basic. समझ गए? Speak out. Two out of 10 resident. And greater or equal to 730. This is the story of additional. That's it. Khani khatam. Picture colors. Sir, clear? Everybody, sir? All of us. Now I'll ask you one question. You think properly and tell me. Okay? Don't just need not use a paper also, not use a calculator also. Because without calculator, your answer will come. It's an exam question, came in exam for 2 marks. Just think and tell me the answer. Okay? Mr. Brett Lee. We know Brett Lee?
Yes, sir.
An Australian cricket player. Mr. Brett Lee visits India. Mr. Brett Lee visits India every year for a period of 100 days. Brett Lee, an Australian player, visits India every year for a period of 100 days. First point, did I tell he is Indian citizen? Speak out. You tell your brain very clearly. you tell your brain very clearly that normally we have got two basic condition. Special cases only, first condition, modified condition, all the story will come. But that special cases will come into picture only if that fellow is an Indian citizen. If you want, again you check. In special condition, first point is Indian citizen, second point is Indian citizen, third point is Indian citizen or a person of Indian origin. And unless question says, don't assume he is an Indian citizen. अगर Indian citizen है ही नहीं, तो special case आएगा ही नहीं. Special case आएगा ही नहीं, you have got two options. Sir, clarity है? समझ में आ रहा है सबको मैं क्या बोल रहा हूं? Speak out बेटा. Special case will come into picture when only when that fellow is an Indian citizen. अगर Indian citizen है ही नहीं, तो special case आएगा क्या? Special case नहीं आएगा तो क्या होगा? You have got two options. 182 or 60 and 365. Clear? Can I come back to my question? Yeah, now students have got that vision now. Indian citizen है तो special case आएगा वरना आएगा ही नहीं. अब सुनो. Again, I'm asking my question. Brett Lee, an Australian cricket player, visits India every year for a period of 100 days. He has been doing this since last 10 years. मतलब पिछले 10 साल से सर हर साल वो इंडिया को कितना दिन आ रहा है? 100 दिन आ रहा है. इसका रेजिडेंट स्टेटस क्या है? कैलकुलेटर की जरूरत भी नहीं है आपको. RN, bang on, that is the answer. पहले रेजिडेंट कैसा बना वो? 60 and 3:5. He is satisfied second basic condition. You should not tell, sir, he came for a visit now. Visit is a special case now. Bhaiya, visit special case will come into picture only if he is an Indian citizen or a person of Indian origin. Did question say he is an Indian citizen? Don't make an assumption. Question will tell you he is an Indian citizen. Sir, these are all small points which will prove very costly. And if these small points clarity is not there, हर क्वेश्चन का अपने को अलग ही आंसर आएगा, अपने दोस्तों को अलग ही आंसर आएगा. You're getting my point because the small points prove costly. And there could be a lot of cases where we are doing correct, our friends are doing wrong, but we are thinking they are correct because they are more talented than us. That's a wrong apprehension. Because some people have carried this mindset. वो थोड़ा अलग लोग रहते हैं, मतलब थोड़ा कैटेगरी का लोग रहते हैं, जिसको खुद के ऊपर कॉन्फिडेंस है ही नहीं. They do the answer, get the correct answer, and then they start thinking, how can I get correct answer? ये थोड़ा वैरायटी आदमी है, करेक्ट करने के बाद भी कॉन्फिडेंस नहीं है. That's because lack of confidence on subject, lack of conceptual clarity. That's the only point, nothing else. समझ में आ रहा है दोस्त? स्पेशल केस कब आएगा? इंडियन सिटीजन है तभी आएगा. वो तीनों केस में इंडियन सिटीजन है, ध्यान रख लिया आप लोग. अब ब्रेटले केस में रेजिडेंट कैसा हुआ? ही सैटिस्फाइड सेकंड बेसिक कंडीशन. आप सीधा RN और कैसा बोल दिए इतना जल्दी? एडिशनल में कौन सा चेक कर लेंगे आप? सेकंड वाला. वो इजी है ना यार, बहुत ही सिंपल है. लास्ट 7 साल में कितना रहना चाहिए? 730. ये हर साल कितना आ रहा है? 100 दिन आ रहा है. तो 7 दिन में कितना हुआ? 7 साल में कितना हुआ? 700 हो गया. सेकंड सेटिस्फाई हुआ क्या? तो फर्स्ट देखने की जरूरत है. सीधा आंसर क्या है बेटा? That's it. Without even touching a pen and calculator, answer will come like that. It's all a conceptual clarity. Now my question to you: what would be the answer if that fellow is a Indian citizen? Answer is non-resident. Because if he is Indian citizen, he is coming to India for a visit during previous year. India में visit के लिए आ रहा है ना यार. Visit खत्म करके भागेगा ना वो. Is he coming permanently to India? He is an Indian citizen. He is coming to India for the purpose of what? Visit. Third special case will come into picture. Third special case आएगा तो आप ये मत बोलो सर सेकेंड मॉडिफाइड आ सकता ना. भैया सेकेंड मॉडिफाइड में भी 120 डेज लेना चाहिए. Second modified also 120 days should be there, no? And first one, what is it? 182. ये है कितना दिन? 100. तो ना फर्स्ट हो सकता है ना सेकंड मॉडिफाइड हो सकता है. आप ये मत बोलो मुझे 15 लाख के ऊपर है तो क्या फर्क पड़ेगा? 15 लाख ऊपर है तो भी 120 सेटिस्फाई करना है ना. ये 100 डेज के ऊपर है ही नहीं तो 120 कैसे आ सकता है? तो उसका स्टेटस क्या होगा मेरे भाई? नॉन रेजिडेंट. दैट्स इट. यू आर गेटिंग माई पॉइंट्स? आर वी क्लियर विद दिस कॉन्सेप्ट एवरीबॉडी सर? Please, conceptual clarity is coming for all of us. Everybody, all of us. Sure. Pakka. Now I'll ask you next question. Think properly and tell me. Okay? Mr. Akash. Mr. Akash, an Indian citizen. An Indian citizen. He is leaving India. He is leaving India for the first time for the purpose of employment. For the purpose of employment. On 15th October, what is his residential status? 15th October 2021. हाँ ROR क्यों बेटा? Because therefore 182 days or more. Next I'll ask you one question. What would have been your answer if he has left on 15th September? इतना सोचो मत, नॉन रेजिडेंट, बिकॉज 182 सेटिस्फाई कर नहीं सकते हो और आप 63 पे अप्लाई नहीं कर सकते बिकॉज इज लिविंग इंडिया फॉर एम्प्लॉयमेंट. What if he is leaving India to meet his friends, relatives and family? Then we can apply 60 and 365. समझ रहे आप मेरी बात? In exam one time question came, Mr. X, an Indian citizen, he is leaving India for a purpose of meeting his friends and family. Student wrote, he must be in India for 182 days or more. क्वेश्चन में वही था. सितंबर 15 को गया, स्टूडेंट ने इमोशनल हो गया बाहर तो 182 डेज. मेरे भाई गया बाहर, पर किसके लिए गया? Did he go for employment? He went for meeting friends and family. Will special case apply? No. If special case doesn't apply, what will apply? Any of the basic condition. September 15th is going, that means he can satisfy 60 and 365, no? Speak out. If he's going October 15th, what will he become? ROR. And how did you say ordinary resident? How did you decide that additional conditions are satisfied? Simple say logic है. He left India for the first time. So obviously he can satisfy both the additional condition. कैसे भी satisfy करेगा? तो बोलने की जरूरत ही नहीं है. One fellow, this point came in exam. He wrote an answer. Incomplete data to answer the question. It is not incomplete data. Incomplete concept in the brain. Pure तो logic है ना यार. First time India छोड़ के जा रहा मतलब 73 days तो कैसे भी satisfy करेगा? 2 साल में 10 साल में 2 साल तो रेजिडेंट बनेगा ही बनेगा. हो गया ना बात फिर? बेटा सबको कॉन्सेप्चुअल क्लैरिटी आया अभी? We can answer in the exam. For sure, my dear friends. Everybody, sir. Now I'll ask you one question. Think properly and tell me the answer. Then you can take this and we can close the individual part. Listen, Mr. Rahul, नाम तो सुने होंगे. हाँ. Rahul, an Indian citizen. An Indian citizen. He is visiting India every year for 150 days. How many days? 150 days. And Rahul, total income. Rahul, what income, sir? Total income other than foreign sources is equal to 14 lakhs. बोलो बेटा, what will be his residential status? बोलो बेटा. Speak out. Non-resident. Now I'll ask you one question. What would have been the answer if this is not 14 lakh, this is 18 lakh? RN? Super smart. Very good. 120 satisfy हो गया ना? Speak out, sir. अगर वो 150 की जगह 100 होता तो? नहीं होता है. नॉन रेजिडेंट 120 होना चाहिए ना यार. ठीक है. अगर इंडियन सिटीजन नहीं है और 100 डेज है, इंडियन सिटीजन नहीं है और 100 डेज है, 100 डेज है. आर अरे अपना ब्रेकली वाला कहानी यार. सर इंडियन सिटीजन है ना, मतलब सेकंड कंडीशन आ जाएगा ना. सर सेकंड कंडीशन ऐसा वाला वो वेट करता है. अगर इंडियन सिटीजन है, अच्छा मैं दूर रहूंगा. इंडियन सिटीजन है तो आई स्टे अवे. इफ नॉट इंडियन सिटीजन आई एम देयर. 60 days, 365 days will apply. You're getting my point? So getting clarity on this? Everybody pakka clear with this concept? I hope we got a good conceptual clarity on this. Everybody. Now I'll ask you one more question. Think carefully and tell me. Sir, without this I can't move forward to scope of total income. Please. Yeah. Now one fellow, Mr. X, okay? He left India for employment. Okay guys, he left India for employment on 10th September 20. Okay guys, sir, and he came back. Small change in the question. He left on 10th October 20. Okay? And he came back permanently on 6th December 21. Okay? And this gentleman is an what citizen? Indian citizen. अगर मैं नहीं बोलूंगा तो फिर आप बोलेंगे सर आप बोले ही नहीं फिर. Correct ना? Because unless question says we should not assume. Determine residential status. सर सोच के बोलना बेटा आंसर. Residential status for assessment year 22-23. Think very properly and give me an answer, okay? बोला दोस्त. नॉन रेजिडेंट. और किसी का कुछ और आंसर? एनआर. और कुछ आंसर? एनआर. श्योर. वंडरफुल. आंसर इज ROR. First of all, I will ask you one straight question. मैं असेसमेंट में कौन सा पूछा बेटा? तो इसका प्रीवियस ईयर क्या है बेटा? 21-22. So that means this story is not relevant for me. समझ गए first point? What is relevant is this is relevant for me, and you have to understand that special case will not apply. Because special case will apply only when Indian citizen is coming to India for a visit during previous year. And I've been very smart in giving the question that I told the word permanently. If it is permanently, special case will not apply. If special case will not apply, he can satisfy the first condition or second condition. If he is coming back on 6th December 21, he is there for 6 days in December, 31 days in Jan, 28 days in February, and 31 days in March. Correct, my dear friends? Which comes to 96 days. Do you agree to that? Everybody. If it is 96 days, he can satisfy second basic condition because he left India for the first time. And he can obviously satisfy additional condition. And he will become an ROR. मैडम आप NR क्यों बोले थे? अच्छा, I'll explain to you. First of all, which assessment are we talking about, beta? That you have to be very, very careful. First, you have to see the question properly. Yeah, this is how we lose marks in the exam. See, why am I giving examples? I can just leave the concept and tell, done, that's it for the day. Balance will take for tomorrow. That takes 2 minutes for me to tell the dialogue. But that's not the purpose for which you came, I came. Come on, what assessment are we talking? 22-23. What is the previous year? So what happened in 2021 is not relevant for us. Correct? We are concerned only about 21-22. 21-22, did he go out of India? In 21-22, during that year, did he leave? So during that 21-22, did he leave? अरे पहले चले गया था यार, पहले चले गया. You listen to my question very clearly. In 21-22, did he leave during 21-22? No. Did he come during 21-22? Yes. Did he come to India for visit? If he has not come for visit, will special case come into picture? If special case does not apply, what will apply? Follow first basic condition or second basic condition. This fellow can't satisfy first one, but this fellow can easily satisfy second one because therefore 96 days. And 365 is very simple because he left India for the first time in 2020. मतलब उससे पहले पूरा इंडिया में ही है. अगर पूरा इंडिया में है तो एडिशनल तो कुछ भी नहीं. Satisfy कर लिया. This fellow became ROR. You got my question?
Yes, sir.
I asked for assessment year 22-23. This is how they play in the exam. See, student को मतलब, see, my dear friend, I'm sorry, I don't know your name. Your good name, please? Naman. See, Naman. Oh, good name, yaar. I have a friend named as Naman. Yeah. So, Naman, let me tell you very clearly. See, this is how they ask question in the exam. See, आपको जब question special case will apply, special case will apply, special case will apply. Somewhere our cerebrum keeps on saying us, special case will apply. But our cerebellum should interfere and tell, boss, special case will not apply because ये भाई साहब 21-22 में गया नहीं है. 21-22 में सिर्फ आया है. वो भी विजिट के लिए नहीं आया है, परमानेंटली आया है. जब स्पेशल केस नहीं आएगा वी विल लुक एट 182 और 60 एंड 365. 182 तो ये कर नहीं सकता है बट 60 एंड 365 तो करेगा. अगर वो कर दिया तो रेजिडेंट तो बनेगा. अगर पहली बार इंडिया से जा रहा है तो एडिशनल तो कुछ भी नहीं है. अगर वो कुछ भी नहीं है तो ये आर बनेगा. यू आर गेटिंग माई पॉइंट. सी माई क्वेश्चन इज ओनली 2 lines. You observe my question is only 2 lines. But our brain start tinkering and saying additional special case will come, special case will come, special case will come. But you tell our brain, don't try to fool me. Special case will not come because in 21-22 he did not leave for employment. 21-22 he did not come for a visit. You are clear? So this perfection will come only when you have clarity on the special cases. That's why it took so much time. वरना मैं इतना time लेता भी नहीं था. Resident status I took so much time because there is a high possibility we'll do mistake. Correct? No. So when I teach you house property, I will not waste my time like this. I mean, I will not sorry for that word, but I will not spend my time like this. Because there I'm not much bothered. वो कैसे भी करेंगे आप GAV, municipal tax, NAV, 24A, 24B. क्या फर्क पड़ना है उसमें? I will focus on special cases. Pre-construction interest. Special cases like part let out, part self-occupied. Part of the year let out, part of the year self-occupied. Special cases I'll talk more. See, it's not that I will not teach you GAV, I'll teach. But my focus is not there more. You're getting my difference what I'm talking, no? See, I'm not much concerned about the small areas where you already know. Agriculture income section 10(1) exempt. वो मैं क्या पढ़ा हूँ सबको पता है वो. I will focus more on partial integration. How mathematically they are playing game so as to tax you more on agricultural income. Correct, no? Yes sir, no sir. अब मैं क्या इधर बैठ के बोलूंगा कि रबर 65-35, काफी 75-25 और बुक में पढ़ लो ना क्या बोलना है उसमें. ग्रोन एंड केयर्ड रोस्टेड ग्राउंडेड. उसमें क्या है मतलब. यू आर गेटिंग माई पॉइंट. नो सी दोज आर नॉट द एरियाज वेयर आई एम मोर कंसर्न एंड शो एक्सपर्टीज. Expertise should be those areas where we are losing the marks and tend to fall. No, that is where you need a support. Where you don't tend to fall, why you need a support? When you climb stairs comfortably, there is no need for support. Mountain only support is required. Simple. ज्ञान पूरा हो गया. कॉन्सेप्ट समझ में नहीं आया ये तो बोलो पहले. आ गया सबको क्लियर है. नाउ आई विल रिलैक्स. यू टेक इट. ये एग्जाम्पल लिखना है क्या बेटा? हाँ लिख लो फिर. अब यहाँ पे थे ना. हाँ यहाँ पे है हम लोग. चलो बहुत कुछ लिखना है. एग्जाम्पल्स भी लिखना है. लिख लो. लवली कॉन्सेप्ट है. रेजिडेंट स्टेटस सुपर कॉन्सेप्ट है एक्चुअली. क्लैरिटी नहीं है तो लगेगा ये क्या बकवास कॉन्सेप्ट है. बट व्हेन यू हैव अ क्लैरिटी यू विल टेल वन ऑफ द मोस्ट अमेजिंग कॉन्सेप्ट. And all this time, whatever I spend now is only for individual. HUF company, I'll not take much time here. Just a matter of just 5-10 minutes. That's it. So basic addition, which section by the way? Additional? Good. लिखो यार सेक्शन नंबर लिखो. एग्जाम में आप कोई भी आरटीपी एमटीपी चेक कर लो 100% सेक्शन नंबर रहता है उसमें. एनी आरटीपी एमटीपी एनीथिंग यू चेक. एंड इन द लेटेस्ट आरटीपी ऑफ नवंबर 23 देयर इज वन क्वेश्चन ऑन रेजिडेंशियल स्टेटस. इवन देयर आल्सो दे रोट सेक्शन नंबर. वो 15 लाख के ऊपर वाला क्वेश्चन है उस पे. आरटीपी ऑफ नवंबर 22. डन. चलो. Can I scroll down? Yes, sir. Thank you. Sir, this you want to take it? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Okay, take them. मतलब इसमें हो गया पूरा कहानी. हाँ और ये इधर एक लाइन भी ड्रॉ कर लेंगे ना. ये सेक्शन 6(1), ये सेक्शन 6(6). टू आउट ऑफ 10 क्या रहना चाहिए? 2 out of 10 रेजिडेंट. रेजिडेंट रहना चाहिए. And 730 days or more, he must be in India in last 7 years. 730 वाला 730.
आपने वो बोला था वो रेसिडेंट होना अच्छा है आपको पर्सन के लिए इंडिविजुअल के लिए नॉन रेसिडेंट होना
Non-resident. Because we will not pay tax on foreign income.
उसमें वो तो आपने बोला ना कि स्पेशल कंडीशन में सिर्फ फर्स्ट वाले सेटिस्फाई
हाँ.
कोई रेसिडेंट होगा उसमें ऐसा कोई कंडीशन तो उनको टैक्स लगे तो
No, government is giving exemption to them because they are living in India. Because they are living in India, government is giving a benefit to them. हाँ benefit है वो. मतलब छोड़ के जा रहे हैं ना तो लास्ट में एक नहीं गवर्नमेंट को बेनिफिट नहीं. दे आर गिविंग ए बेनिफिट टू द पीपल. इट्स एज गुड एज ए फेयरवेल टू देम. मतलब ऐसा हो गया कि जो जा रहे हैं और जो विजिट को आ रहे हैं हम उसको बोल रहे भैया हम तेरे को ना ज़्यादा ट्रबल नहीं करते. अगर तू 180 डे है तो तुम हमारा आदमी है, नहीं है तो हमारा आदमी नहीं है. तो हमारा आदमी है तू किधर भी जाएगा हम तेरे साथ है, हम साथ है. इट्स एज गुड एज ए वोडाफोन नेटवर्क. वेर एवर यू गो वी विल फॉलो. याद है क्या बचपन में वो ऐड आता था हज का ऐड. वन स्मॉल डॉग यूज्ड टू बी देयर. यू एंड आई इन दिस ब्यूटीफुल वर्ल्ड. याद है वो ऐड? वन डॉग यूज्ड टू फॉलो वेर एवर यू गो. Literally, that is a concept in income tax. If you become an ROR, wherever you go, tax will follow. That says global income will be taxable for an ROR. Clear? I think I can scroll down. आपको ये एग्जाम्पल लेना है क्या? लिख लो ना एक दो एग्जाम्पल, इजी रहेगा आपको. सो 150 डेज से तो नॉन रेजिडेंट कैसा बनाइए? 150 डेज से तो 182 हुआ नहीं, बट 120 वाला कहानी कब आएगा? अगर 15 लाख के ऊपर है तो आएगा, बट अगर 14 लाख 18 हो गया तो RNOR बनेगा. क्लियर है ना? एग्जाम्पल वन सेकेंड. Can I proceed?
yes sir
Done. And this example, I'm sure you will tell you want to write. I know. Take it. सर एक बार ये देखो ना. Since he came back permanently, special case do not apply or does not apply. क्लियर है ना? इसका पीछे लॉजिक ये है, ये ROR बनने का लॉजिक ये है. So you have to read the question very clearly whether special case will come into picture or not. If it comes, then first condition story will come into picture. If it doesn't come, first or second both will come. Yeah. See, this was an exam question about 3 years back. See, that's what they ask, no, see, they basically try to tend. See, if they give straightforward, fine, but what if they trouble you? You should be ready for that also, no? That's why I give this example. If I give straightforward question, you will anyways answer, I know that. Brettley 100 days was a straightforward question. You don't even require a calculator and tell the answer as R and over, matter is over. But this question requires your grinding of your brains. कभी कभी एमसीक्यू भी आता है, कभी कभी स्ट्रेट क्वेश्चन भी आता है, और एमसीक्यू आया तो एमसीक्यू ऑप्शन भी इतना खतरनाक रहता है. ऑप्शन ए आर ओवर, ऑप्शन बी आर एन ओवर, ऑप्शन सी एन आर, ऑप्शन डी नन ऑफ द अबव. दिमाग तो ये बोलते नन ऑफ द अबव तो नहीं हो सकता है, तीनों में से कुछ ना कुछ तो होगा ही होगा. एमसीक्यू में आता है ऐसा. इनफैक्ट लास्ट आरटीपी में ऐसे एमसीक्यू था. इस बार का आरटीपी में भी एक एमसीक्यू रेजिडेंट स्टेटस पे, एक एमसीक्यू भी है, एक बड़ा क्वेश्चन भी है. So can I proceed? Correct. Now see, my last suggestion to you is that whenever in the question they talk about assessment year, first check what is the previous year, and just to see in previous year what has happened for you. Prior to that story, whatever they gave is irrelevant. एक बार एग्जाम में क्या हुआ था, एमसीक्यू आया था एक लास्ट अटेम्प्ट में, उसने मतलब वो बहुत ही खतरनाक क्वेश्चन था वो. व्हाट ही हैज डन इज ही हैज गिवन द स्टोरी ऑफ एक्स. एक्स इज बेसिकली नॉन रेजिडेंट बिकॉज एक्स कुड नॉट सैटिस्फाई बेसिक कंडीशन, मतलब डेट्स दिए थे, बेसिक कंडीशन सैटिस्फाई नहीं हुआ था, नॉन रेजिडेंट. और उधर उसके क्वेश्चन में ये भी दिया है मिसेस एक्स इज आर ओ आर. मिसेस एक्स इज आर ओ आर, देन व्हाट इज द स्टेटस ऑफ एक्स? स्टिल आंसर इज एनआर ओनली. नो, मिसेस एक्स आर ओ आर है तो क्या फर्क पड़ेगा भाई? कुछ फर्क पड़ता है क्या? हस्बैंड इज डिफरेंट, वाइफ इज डिफरेंट, ऐसा कुछ है क्या? क्लबिंग ऑफ रेजिडेंशियल स्टेटस इज एनीथिंग लाइक दैट? ठीक है, I know that there is something called clubbing of income for transfer of property to spouse, minor child and all that story, but there's nothing called clubbing of residential status. If Mrs. X is resident doesn't mean husband is also a resident. Yeah, that's ridiculous. Both of us have got a different PAN card, both are different. Simple. You're getting my point? In fact, my dear friend, there is one salaried employee who paid rent to his wife and claimed HRA exemption under section 1013A. And this officer told, I will not allow exemption. This matter went to tribunal. Tribunal clarified there is nothing wrong in taking exemption. Exemption is allowed because whatever rent is being paid by husband to the wife, wife is showing an income tax return on her house property, and she was not paying tax because it was less than 5 lakh. She was claiming rebate and tax is zero. Husband is claiming HRA exemption. What's wrong? Husband is different, wife is different. Property wife के नाम पे, wife owner है, उनको rent pay कर रहे. HRA section says what? Assessee must stay in a rented house and he must pay rent. I'm satisfying the condition. And I'm sitting in Bombay, so my limits are actuals, rent pay minus 10% of salary, 350% of salary, whichever is lower, I'll apply and take the exemption. Tribunal clearly told, when everything is satisfied, why exemption will be denied? We will give the exemption, take it. Salary का एक concept हो गया, याद है कुछ? 1013 HRA, HRA ऐसा कुछ? हाउस रेंट अलाउंस, ठीक है. हाँ, 96 कैसा है क्या? अरे भैया ये आया कब? 6 दिसंबर. तो दिसंबर में कितना दिन है? 6 days. सॉरी, 6 को आया ना तो और ज्यादा होगा ये. हाँ ठीक है, तो इट बिकम्स 6 December ही केम. नो, 25 days in December. 121. ठीक है. Anyways, my answer remains same, but correct, you are right. Sixth, I mean, I was calculating sixth and wrote sixth. ठीक है.
सर और जो एयरप्लेन पायलट वो केस बन जाएगा.
He is leaving for employment outside India. नहीं आएगा. ये CA फाइनल का कॉन्सेप्ट है, which says that his question is basically a pilot is going out of India. मतलब उसका काम ही आना जाना है यार. Special case will not apply because what they told in the law, you know, I'll tell you. Since you asked, I'll answer the question. They use the word he is not going for the purpose of employment. He is going during the course of employment. And they told that going during the course of employment is different. Going for the purpose of employment is different. Like that they interpreted. See, law is based on interpretation of language. समझ गए ना आप? He is not going for employment. He is going during the course of employment. उसका काम ही वो है. अरे correct my dear friends. अगर there is a bus conductor or a train collector, TT and all, उनका काम क्या है? सुबह निकलो, शाम में एक जगह आ जाओ, रात में उधर सो जाओ, फिर वापस आ जाओ. Correct? No? Then how do we say that special condition will apply for them? Clear everybody? चलो. नहीं हुआ खत्म कहानी. सुन लो. Give me 5 more minutes. Listen. I'm still talking about whom, sir? Individual. भैया अब तक गए ना HUF कंपनी पे जाएंगे उधर. But that will not take much time. Don't worry. That we will just wash away like this because pretty simple. Now, our last concept, which is a government crazy concept to catch more people, to tax more people, they brought one concept called deemed resident. हद हो गया यार ये, हद हो गया. Deemed resident, that means what? He is not a resident, but he is deemed to be resident. और इसका third condition देखने के बाद तो मेरा होश उड़ गया. What is the third condition? I will tell. This concept is given by section 6(1)(a), and they gave 3 conditions here. Third condition is the most crazy condition, which you will also be shocked. आप याद है तो अच्छी बात है, नहीं है तो मैं बोलूंगा. First condition says that fellow must be an Indian citizen. Number 2, his total income other than क्या बेटा? ये language देखे हम लोग? We have seen this kind of language. Is greater than 15 lakhs. Correct, my dear friends? Third point is the most crazy point, where they told not liable to pay tax in any other country by reason of his residence, domicile, whatever reason it is. He is not liable to tax in any other country. So government is telling, Bhaiya, you're from Mauritius? Wow! You're not liable to pay tax in Mauritius? Wow! You are resident in India. कितना खतरनाक पॉइंट है यार ये. So getting my point, since you are not liable to tax in any other country, we are telling you please become resident in India. Please become नहीं, condition है ये, deemed resident है. Correct, my dear friends? But deemed resident will always be RNOR. This gentleman cannot become ROR. So ROR बोलेंगे तो हाँ वही चप्पल लेके मारेंगे उसको. बट मतलब मजाक नहीं ना. ROR will be crazy tax man. You are getting my point, everybody? So just take a situation, one fellow is from Mauritius, which is completely tax-free country. His total income in India is more than 15 lakh and is not liable to tax in Mauritius because he is a resident of Mauritius. You bloody tell that fellow, you are deemed resident in India, you pay tax on everything. How will that fellow keep quiet? You please don't give status as RN or ROR. Please give status as RNOR. बहुत फर्क पड़ता है दोनों में, which I'll tell you tomorrow in detail. You're getting my point? Take this. That's the end of story for individual. So done. So what is action 6(1) beta? Basic condition. 6(6) addition condition. Basic, how many conditions are there? Anyone satisfied? Both satisfied? Both gone? Exactly. Getting clarity on this point, everybody? All of us? If he is becoming a resident, then only we look at something called additional conditions. If not, we don't look at additional conditions. Clear? And are we clear with the special cases in basic conditions? And I'm sure we got a full clarity on this concept. Done. Thank you so much. We'll complete the balance tomorrow. Thank you. Sir, I hope you are clear with the concept.